Hello class, welcome to this first video in English 220 Critical Reading and Writing. What I want to do before we kind of jump into our real class is just show you the worksheet that you need to complete when watching these lectures so that you get credit for viewing them. So what you'll do is you'll go to our course page on MuLearn and then scroll down to the week one, and this is going to be the same for every week. Click on the week one class session, and this will take you into the videos and obviously the video you're watching right now. And what I want you to do is click up here where it says worksheet and then download this worksheet and work through it as you're watching this video. Another way you can access this worksheet is just from the homepage. Scroll down to the week that we are on and then click the link under the class session that'll take you to the worksheet. And then you can click this link here and download it here. Now, one thing I just want to say about these videos and as you're going through them is please try to start them before the end of the week. I know the worksheet's not due till Sunday, but a lot of times in the first video or two videos, there will be information that will help you with the discussion forum as we approach the middle of the week. So it's a good idea to kind of work through these videos as you're going through the week rather than maybe in one big long sitting. That's how I recommend it. But again, the videos are here for you. If you ever have a problem with the video or the worksheet or any questions about anything as I'm going through these lectures, please don't hesitate to reach out to me by text or email. All right, that's all I have to say for this little introduction. Now we're going to get into the lecture and the main learning that we will be doing this week. All right, so before I jump into what we're going to be learning this week, I just want to review some information that is covered in the syllabus, like the course goals. So to find the syllabus, just as a reminder, you go back to our course page, go to syllabus, and click on this document right here. So course goals. In English 220, you're going to be expected to demonstrate that you understand the reading process, moving from inspectional to analytical to synoptical reading. And we're going to cover what each three of these types of reading mean in the first part of our course. So second, you're going to demonstrate that you understand the writing process as an extension almost of the reading process. And then you're going to demonstrate literary analysis, which we'll do at the end of the course when we read our third textbook, My Name is Asher Lev. You're going to demonstrate understanding of research terms and how to do reading and writing, which we'll cover throughout the course. You're going to be able to synthesize ideas from different sources by the end of this semester. And when we write interlocutors, that just means sources, essentially. All right, demonstrate awareness and respect for culturally diverse sources and audiences, and we will be doing that throughout the course. So grading. These are the types of assignments you'll have. You have three major written assignments. Okay, the first one will be due in week 2, and then they will come about every couple weeks after that. So notice that they make up the big portion, almost half of your course grade. So it's important to do well on these assignments. And then you have 3 smaller assignments that will be due pretty much every week. And those are the discussion forums, the journal entries, and online class sessions, which you're watching right now. And those are divided up. So each discussion forum would be worth about 2.5%, and journal entries 2.8%. Okay, so if you miss 1 or 2 forum posts or journal entries in the class, it will hurt your grade, but it's not like you're going to automatically fail because of it. However, if you do miss one of these 3 paper assignments, passing the course will be very difficult, so make sure to get these done. So if you have any questions about the syllabus or any of the assignments, please feel free to reach out to me. You can also type your questions within the worksheet that you submit, but you can send your questions to krichman at multnomah.edu. So the first thing I want to cover in this class session for this week is our textbook, Adler and Van Doren. They wrote How to Read a Book, okay? And I believe this book comes from, I think it was reprinted in the 60s or earlier, so you may notice that the language is a little more formal. But why this book is so important, and it's been used for so many years in college courses, is because it gives a very good overview of what reading in college is really like. It's different from any other type of reading that you're going to do. So the purpose of reading this book in this class is because it's going to give you more efficient reading strategies for comprehension to help you in your more advanced courses that you're going to be beginning soon at Multnomah. It's going to help you build on the skill of independent learning. So especially in online classes, much of the learning you are going to do is going to be self-directed. And then lastly, it may help you overcome some bad reading habits that you picked up from your earlier education. All right, so we first want to know, how do Adler and Van Doren kind of define reading and how do they think about reading? Okay, so here's a quote from their book on page 8. They say, "Thus we can roughly define what we mean by the art of reading as follows. The process whereby a mind with nothing to operate on but the symbols of the readable matter and with no help from outside evaluates itself by the power of its own operations. The mind passes from understanding less to understanding more. The skilled operation that causes this to happen, or the skilled operations that cause this to happen, are the various acts that constitute the art of reading." Okay, so maybe you're thinking, what does that mean? Essentially, what they're saying is when you read, you're taking the text on the page, which are just kind of, dashes and circles and dots, which in of themselves don't mean anything, and your brain is assigning a meaning to them. We've all agreed that the word mind means that collective consciousness that you have. It's like your personality and your will, things like that. So, but if someone doesn't know the English language, this word doesn't mean anything to them. They don't understand what the word mind means. That would have to be translated to them. So basically, they're saying when you're reading, you're doing something very, very complex of assigning meaning to symbols, which basically these letters are just symbols to represent sounds. Okay, now notice what they did not say reading is, but these are often associations we have of what good reading should be. Okay, they're focused on understanding. They're saying that good reading is when you learn something, you go from less understanding to more understanding, and that is what the art of reading is. So good reading is not understanding everything the author said. It's not reading fast. A lot of us tend to think that good reading is just speeding through something. And good reading is not understanding what the author said without knowing why they said it. So we have to be able to understand the context for why an author is saying something. Okay, so I want you to kind of think on both of these, and these are also questions that I want you to include in the worksheet. So if you're following along, you'll be noticed I've already addressed that's the first point in the worksheet to answer. All right, so to go on, Adler and Van Doren give 4 levels of reading. All right, all of you have already mastered what they call the first level of reading, which is elementary, understanding what the words on the page say. You all can read at this level. And in your K through high school education, that's kind of almost as far as you went. Some of you may have gone a little bit more deeper, maybe into analytical reading, but we're no longer talking about just the basic understanding of what do the words on the page say. So we're going to start in this class at level 2, inspectional reading, which this is reading for the big picture, okay? And that's a little different from analytical reading, which is the third type of reading. That's where you read in depth for detail and understanding. And then the fourth level is what we call synoptical reading. This is where you read very broadly across multiple sources and multiple authors to learn as much as you can about a source. So for this first week, we're going to be focusing on inspectional reading, and then in the following weeks, we'll cover analytical and synoptical reading. All right, so the rest of these videos are going to go into level 2. And I'm going to end this short video, and you're going to then watch the second video that is posted, and it should start automatically playing after this.